Welcome back. This is Joe from Custom Classics. We want to do a little follow-up video on this 1970 Mustang Mach 1 we're working on. If you didn't catch our last video, I'll give you a brief description. We installed these brake vents on the side of the quarters. They're going to be totally functional. And I'll give you a little briefing. It's all Detroit speed suspension. It's got a 5.0 Coyote motor in it. I don't want to tell you too much about it because then you won't want to go check out our last video. So if you want to know more about it, you can check out that video. And furthermore, videos from here on out. So where we left off with these vents is we had them grafted into the quarter panel, which were totally made from scratch. We built a scoop in the back that takes that odd shape and puts it to a nice 2.5-inch round shape, so we could run a vent through the back. So one of the big issues with running the vents, so just to back up a little bit. So the vents, essentially the air has to come from here and end up all the way down there. So at some point it has to go through the floor. So to get to the floor, we ran through the trunk and then we popped in right here and built these little, I don't know, I guess you would call them channels for the air to pass through. So the biggest challenge with doing these channels is this guy wants to run like the stock rear seats in this car, which they're actually really cool. They're it's like a regular style seat, but they fold flat so it doesn't look like it has a rear seat. And he wanted to keep that, but because of that, we had to keep the floor, you know, we couldn't go any higher with the floor, otherwise the seats wouldn't fit. So that's how we came up with this nice low profile design here. On the other side of this, on the very bottom, which there's a 2-inch tube, so it goes from a 2.5-inch tube to a 2-inch tube. So going to a smaller tube, it'll kind of speed up the air as it passes through. It's kind of like a jet effect. And plus too, there's not a whole lot of room under there because he wants to run 3-inch exhaust all the way out the back, so that robs a lot of room around the axle. So the tube comes out and it goes in between the 4-bar setup, and then it goes into this piece we fabricated. This will bolt to the, I guess it would be like the caliper bracket, which bolts to the exhaust or Willie. So yeah, so this will bolt there. So this hovers about 1/2 inch from the brake disc. So we wanted to give it a little bit of space, just to, you know, kind of give it like a pillow of air through there. Because if it was too close, I was afraid that it was going to build up too much heat and it was going to cause more, you know, bad than good. So if you want to come over here, we'll show you. We got kind of a little like Bill Nye the Science Guy setup here and how this works. So you blow air through this end, and you can see the air makes it all the way out that end. So yeah, the faster you go, more air is going to blow on there and cool it off. That's pretty much the vents, I guess. Next thing we're going to try to tackle on this Mustang is the hood. He's going for like a 2015 like Roush Mustang kind of style hood. So we actually have like Roush vents. So it gets like 2 vents here, or 1 vent here, 1 on the other side. And then the hood scoop's going to be molded into the hood, so we'll make that all out of metal to weld it in. And then as of now, he wants to keep the factory hood pins. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough room for them yet. He seems like he wants to keep them, so we might try to figure it out to make it look nice. We don't want it to look too crowded. And then to finish up the rear, we are the roll pan. Like I mentioned earlier, this thing's getting like full 3-inch exhaust all the way out the back, and he wants them like real tight out the roll pan. So that's going to get fit, and then once we fit that, he's running the stock bumpers, but we're going to tuck them in so they don't stick out and look dorky. You know, he wants it to look real sleek and nice. Yeah, we already got rid of the marker light, so he's kind of going for that kind of clean, fast look. So stay tuned. How am I so bad at this? So hit that like button and turn that subscribe knob and see more videos that we're going to make in the future. Make sure all that's spelled right.
I don't care.